Hello and welcome to this training session focusing on the creation of a service authorization in CWDS for WIOA eligible Integrated Education and Training or IET participants. Accurate entry of services by workforce staff impacts reporting to United States Department of Labor, USDOL, evaluating program effectiveness and improving service delivery. This guide is designed to aid staff in understanding the appropriate use, importance, and impact of data entry of these workforce services. It's important for services to be entered in CWDS in a timely manner. Per Workforce System Policy, WSP 01-2015, Change 1, all participant, employer, and provider data must be entered into CWDS within 30 calendar days of the actual date of occurrence, e.g. service start date, hold date, entered employment, certifications, assessments, program exit dates. The IET program is a critical strategy under WIOA for helping individuals with barriers to employment gain skills, credentials, and employment more quickly through coordinated concurrent services. In Pennsylvania, accurately authorizing IET services in the Commonwealth Workforce Development System, CWDS, is essential to ensure program compliance, fiscal integrity, and meaningful participant outcomes. This training focuses on the creation of WIOA-funded IET service authorizations in CWDS. WIOA Title I acknowledges the provision of value-added services for eligible participants. Value-added services are services that impact program participation and participant individual record layout, PIRL, reporting. These services can trigger or extend common measures and program participation in a participant's common measures activity log in CWDS. An individual must be determined as eligible under the WIOA Title I Adult Program and must meet all applicable program requirements to receive value-added services, which triggers Common Measures program participation in a participant's Common Measures activity log in CWDS. The adult program serves individuals and helps employers meet their workforce needs. It enables workers to obtain good jobs by providing them with job search assistance and training opportunities. WIOA establishes a priority requirement with respect to funds allocated to a local area for adult employment and training activities. PA CareerLink staff, when using WIOA adult funds to provide individualized career services and training services, must give priority to recipients of public assistance, other low-income individuals, and individuals who are basic skills deficient, including those who are English language learners. Under WIOA, priority must be implemented regardless of the amount of funds available to provide services in the local area. In addition, veterans receive priority of service in all USDOL-funded employment programs. Pennsylvania's Department of Labor and Industry considers individuals who are enrolled in adult basic education, GED preparation, skills training, or other remedial education programs, including those offered through publicly and privately funded adult basic education programs, Youth Build, or Job Corps programs, to be not attending school. Basic career services are universally accessible and must be made available to all individuals seeking employment and training services in at least one comprehensive PA career link per local workforce development area. Generally, these services involve less staff time and involvement and include services such as eligibility determinations, initial skills assessments, LOX services, provision of information on programs and services, and program referrals. Note: these services may be provided by the adult and dislocated worker programs, as well as the LOX program. Individualized career services must be provided to participants after case managers determine that such services are required to retain or obtain employment, consistent with any applicable statutory priorities. Generally, these services involve significant staff time and customization to each participant's need. Individualized career services include services such as specialized assessments, which assess the participant for academic levels, skill levels, and service needs of each participant, which includes a review of basic skills, occupational skills, prior work experience, employability, interests, aptitudes, supportive service needs, and developmental needs. Individual Employment Plan, IEP, which identifies the employment goals, appropriate achievement objectives, and appropriate combination of services for the participant to achieve their employment goals, including the list of and information about the eligible training providers, counseling, and work experiences, including transitional jobs. LWDBs must identify the assessments to be used to determine eligibility and ensure eligibility determination procedures are consistent with workforce policies. Workforce staff may use recent previous interviews, evaluations, or assessments by partner programs to determine if individualized career services would be appropriate. WIOA Title I authorizes career services, which are categorized as basic, individualized, and post-exit follow-up services, training, and supportive services for the adult program. The service authorizations functionality, information, and graphics have been designed in CWDS 2.0, presenting clear and concise information and making it easier for the user. Before learning how to enter a service authorization in CWDS, let's take a look at the useful data that service code entry provides in CWDS. On the Participant Summary or Case Summary page, scroll to the Service Authorizations widget and select View All, or select Service Auths on left navigation under Participant Summary or Case Summary. After clicking View All on the Participant Summary, the Participant Service Record displays. At the top of the Participant Service Record, the Program Participation Summary provides the following: Program, Participation Start Date, Participation End Date, Program Soft Exit Date, Anticipated End Date, Anticipated Program Soft Exit Date, Reporting Data, i.e. discretionary grant data when common measures data may not apply. From the Participant Service Record, users are able to search for a specific service for which a code has already been entered under the Participant Service Record. The user is able to search for service authorizations using a service name or service code in the search text box. For each service authorization, the Participant Service Record provides the following information as applicable: service authorization status, service name, service code, WPA, workforce, program, service start and estimated end date, service authorization ID, application ID, funding stream, contract/fund, PO status, created by office, local WIA, LWDA. Clicking on the More Actions ellipsis, or the three dots on the right side of the screen, for a service authorization, users can see options or actions that can be taken as applicable. For the purpose of this individual screen, the WIS-02 service code authorization was used. However, for the IET program, which almost solely serves WIOA-eligible adults, we will be learning how to enter either WTS-08 or WTS-09, depending upon the nature of the IET training for each individual participant. From this screen, users can edit service authorization, view service authorization, add outcome, view outcomes, create forms, view forms, cancel service authorization. Now that we have an understanding of how to access service authorizations and know where to go to manage and edit them, let's go through the step-by-step process of creating a service authorization. To begin the process of adding a service to an IET participant record, log into CWDS 2.0 and click on the Search tab. In the Search tab dropdown, click your preference of search method. Users can use Case Search or Participant Search to locate the active participant case record. For the purpose of this training, we are clicking on Participant Search. This screenshot and the following screenshots throughout the remainder of this training session are set up for an eligible WIOA adult, 18 older case. Under Participant Search, users can enter a case ID number, participant ID number, participant name, participant social security number, or participant phone number. For the purpose of this training, we are using a test participant, or a practice participant, who is not real and does not exhibit real personally identifiable information in the case record, or throughout any part of this training. The participant's fictitious name is Zoe August. We are using the participant's name on this slide as the search method to locate the participant's case record. Enter the participant's name in the search bar and then click on the yellow search icon button. For this search, only one option appears. Based on the user's search criteria, multiple case records can appear for every search conducted by a user. Be sure to choose the correct case record based on the accuracy of the spelling of the participant's name, social security number, date of birth, and participant ID number. Users can also cross-check email addresses and physical home addresses. However, this data can change for a participant from year to year. It is also important to understand that a participant's application must list as being full rather than partial or otherwise. Once the user is confident that the participant case record has been identified, click on the appropriate name. Keep in mind, the participant that has been created for the purpose of this training is a fictional character. None of the personally identifiable information displayed throughout this training session is true, as all of the data has been fictionalized for the creation of these slides. On the Participant Summary screen, scroll down toward the bottom of the screen until the Service Authorizations box appears. From the Participant Summary screen, find the Service Authorization box on the right side of the screen. Click on the white plus sign in the orange square to bring up the list of participant cases. Choose the case to which you would like to add the service. Make sure that the case is established in your current office or county. Ensure that the case status indicates participating, and that the program is one under which you work and provide services. The program also must indicate that the individual is listed as eligible, rather than in a pending status. Also make sure that the application start date is valid and consistent with the services to be provided. Choose the relevant case by clicking on the Case Select button. Scroll down the page and click on the Add Service button. When the Add Service modal opens, staff must select the applicable case as the program eligibility and the funding stream that provided the service. For program eligibility, IET staff should choose WIOA Adult 18 and older. The funding streams available vary by program. For the funding stream option, IET staff should choose Adult Local. Two service authorization codes are acknowledged in CWDS for IET programming. WTS-08 is discussed here and on subsequent slides. For IET training that is work-based, staff will enter WTS-09 as the service code, which will be discussed following the next few slides. If the IET services include training services provided by a training provider that is listed on the Pennsylvania Training Provider List, or ETPL, IET staff will enter WTS-08 into the Search by Keyword box. All staff have access to the full ETPL, which is located on the PA Career Link website under the Training Providers tab. By entering WTS-08, IET staff are indicating that there is a training segment within the IET programming that is specifically provided by a training provider that is included on the ETPL. After staff have entered WTS-08 into the Search by Keyword box, click the orange search box.
Upon clicking Search, staff will click the Select button adjacent to the WTS-08 service category and type. Then scroll down and click the orange Save button.
When the service code WTS-08 appears on the participant's Create Service Authorization screen, click the orange Continue button. On the Workforce Service Details screen, enter the start and estimated end date of the training.
IET is funded by a single WIOA adult funding stream. Users will answer no to "Is this a multi-funding stream?" question. Users will choose ITA as the type of training contract for all WTS-08 authorizations. Click on the Course/Program Information box to bring up the Select Provider by Service dialog box. The ETPL will be in the current year, and the provider program type will be chosen as ETPL. Staff will set both the service category and the service type as training. Staff will enter the service provider name in the Search by Keyword box and click on the orange Search button. Staff will then scroll to find the match to the IET training being provided and click on the Select button. Staff will select whether or not the participant is Pell Grant eligible and then click Save to return to the main Workforce Details screen. On the main Workforce Details screen, Course or Program Information box, Institution Name box, and CIP code will all autofill.
When staff click on the ONET button, a dialog box appears in which staff can enter a keyword and click Search to prompt a list of occupational titles. Staff will click on the matching occupational title, matching the training. Each search will be unique to the type of IET training that is being provided.
IET staff will then enter hours per week, Pell Grant recipient status, and service authorization status. Staff can scroll down the page to the cost and enter the amount of the cost for this participant. Next, we move on to standard verification source documentation for WTS-08.
After adding the cost of the training in the appropriate box, IET staff will choose Individual Training Account for the standard verification source for WTS 08 code authorization. Then, click the small cloud-shaped Upload button to the right of the screen. This action prompts another dialog box requesting the actual verification source document. For this example, we used Zoe August ITA as the document name. All documents uploaded into CWDS must be in a PDF format. Staff should click the Choose File box to browse for the ITA agreement and relevant attachments as proof of the training details. Once the proper file is chosen, staff should click the orange Upload button on the screen. Staff should then click on the orange Continue button at the bottom of the Workforce Details screen.
Scroll down on the Workforce Service Details confirmation screen and review all of the service authorization data to ensure accuracy. Click the orange Save and Finish button.
Staff will be returned to the Participant Service Record screen, where it can be confirmed that WTS 08 has been added as a service authorization under the WIOA Title I case of this IET participant.
Data entry for adding WTS 09 into CWDS for IET service authorization is the same for WTS 08, up until the Add Service dialog box prompting staff to input the service code information. For WTS 09, IET training is occurring through a work-based employer agreement to hire the trainee as a permanent employee following the agreed-upon training. When using WTS 09, the employer does not need to be a training provider who is included on the ETPL, but rather does need to submit an employer letter to the staff administering the programming. This letter will include an overview of training details to include participant name, training duration and cost, anticipated occupation, and starting wages for the participant upon permanent hire. The letter should also include the industry credential or certification that is included upon completion of the work-based training. In the search by keyword, staff should enter WTS 09, then select WTS 09 from the options box. Click Save.
Back on the Create Service Authorization screen, staff should click the Continue button. On the Workforce Details screen, staff will complete all required fields. Enter the start and end dates of training. Click No for this being a multi-funding stream training service. Enter the ONET code by clicking on the Get ONET Code button. Enter hours per week. Answer No to Pell Grant recipient field. And make sure that the term Authorized shows in the Service Authorization Status field. Scroll down to enter the cost of the work-based training. In the Standard Verification Source section, staff should click Other under the Source field. In the Other Verification Source field, staff should type Employer Letter. Following the filling of these two fields, staff should click on the cloud icon and upload the employer letter. Click the orange Continue box and then the orange Save and Finish box to complete the WTS 09 service authorization. From the Participant Service Record, staff can view that the WTS 09 customized training service has been authorized.
The Help tab in CWDS is an embedded self-service resource designed to support users as they navigate the system and complete data entry tasks. Users should access the Help tab when they need clarification on how a CWDS screen functions, what information is required in a specific field, or how to complete a process step correctly. The Help tab includes field-level explanations, screen descriptions, and step-by-step instructions that align with statewide CWDS configuration. The Help tab is especially useful during eligibility determination, enrollment, service entry, and outcome reporting, as it explains required fields, allowable selections, and how information flows across modules. Using the Help tab before entering data helps to prevent errors, incomplete records, and rework. Consistent use of the Help tab supports accurate data entry, stronger case records, and compliance during monitoring reviews. Staff are encouraged to make the Help tab their first point of reference when questions arise about CWDS functionality. This training video is accessible in the SCPa Works YouTube Workforce Development System Training Video Library. The comments section of this video contains a link or multiple links to vital training documents, additional training videos, and detailed materials that complement the subject matter covered in this training session. SCPa Works requires users to click on the link or links in the comments section of this training video to continue the learning journey and acquire an enhanced knowledge base of the workforce development system and the provision of workforce development services.
Accurate CWDS service entry is essential to documenting participant progress, ensuring compliance, and protecting program integrity. Each service authorization must reflect the service delivered, align with the participant's IEP, and be supported by clear case notes and documentation. Consistent, timely data entry strengthens reporting, supports monitoring, and ensures WIOA funds are used appropriately. Thank you for your time, engagement, and continued commitment to high-quality WIOA service delivery.